Hello everyone. Today I'm going to discuss between hazard versus and risks. So here is the picture for hazard versus risks, and here we see the definition of hazard and the risks. So we go for the another slide. What I see hazard. A hazard refers to any potential source of harm, danger that can cause adverse effects of human health, property, or the environment. In pharmaceutical industry, hazard can include chemical substances, biological agents, physical hazards, such as radiations or even process-related hazards. Risks is the likelihood or probability that hazard will actually cause harm or adverse effects. It involves assessing both the severity of potential harm and the likelihood of its occurrence. Assessment. So, hazard assessment. In the pharmaceutical industry, hazard assessment involves identifying the characterization, the potential hazard associated with drugs, chemical process, and equipment used in manufacturing or research. The assessment helps determine if substance or process poses any risk to human health or safety. Risk assessment goes beyond hazard identification by evaluating the probability and severity of harmful associated with specific hazard. It considers factors such as exposure level, duration of exposure, population susceptibility, and controls in a place. And in the slide that we see, the management hazard management focus on the implementing of measures to control or implementing identify the hazards in over to prevent harm. This includes implementing safety protocols, engineering controls, personal equipment, and other preventive measures. Risk management involves assessing the identifying the risks, implementing strategies to mitigate them effectively. This may include risk reduction through process modification, improve safety procedure, employee training program, and control measures. Regulatory requirement. So, hazard regulation, the pharmaceutical industry is subject to various regulations that requires companies to identify, manage hazard associated with their product and processes. These regulations include good manufacturing practices, good laboratory practice, and occupational safety, uh, HOSH hazard standards, environmental protection agency regulation, and others. So here we see the picture. A shark in the sea, that means it is a hazard, and there is no exposure. A shark in the water is a potential hazard, but the person is standing safely ashore so that there is no exposure to hazard, so as a result there is no risk. So we can see that there is no risk when the person on this side is different, because on now this person is in the water, it is directly exposed to the hazard. So exposed to the hazard is accordingly there is high risk. So there is high risk. We see that there is high risk. And another picture, what is see, the ladder falling, no exposure because the person is not on the ladder. A ladder is also potential hazard if, as you call, easily fall or get hurt. But the person is not on the ladder, so there is no exposure of hazard. As a result, there is no risk. So on this side, it is different. Now the person is climbing on the ladder. Climbing in the ladder. It is directly exposed to the hazard. Accordingly, there is a risk. So here we also see these pictures, and it's a colorful picture to understand the hazard and risks. So this means risks because the person in the water now, and the person is ashore or out of the water, so there is no risks. So I think everyone clearly understand between the hazard versus risks. Thank you everyone watching the video.